about you girls, but I'm only 5'4" and weigh 115 pounds, and let's build a bike with specs fit for a girl, said no bike company ever. The most frequent Flatland question I keep receiving is a lot of new girls looking into purchasing their first Flatland bike, and they want to know what they should be looking for as a girl, or if they should buy parts or a complete bike. So today I hope to answer that question for you the best I can in this vlog. Now please remember, I only do these vlogs because I want to be helpful and encouraging towards the beginner female scene that's starting up right now. I don't do this because I think I know everything. So please lower computer abuse and stop yelling at your computer. I am not perfect and I am not right about everything, which only makes me human. If you don't like something I say, cool, we'll just agree to disagree on that.
And they love to take sips, but it goes down dry as the fuzz on hand.
If you're not sure yet if Flatland is really for you and you just want to try it out, just get a generic bike before you go pour tons of money, which you can spend in Flatland, on a Flatland specific bike, because you might find out it's too hard, it's not your thing, it's not what you want to do. So don't waste your money. Just get a generic BMX and just have fun. If you know for sure you want to ride Flatland, awesome! That's so good, and it does help to have a Flatland specific bike and Flatland specific parts. It makes it a lot easier learning things and riding in general. It will just make your Flatland experience better if you have a Flatland bike. So my number one suggestion is get to know the riders around you in your area. It's the most important thing that you can, will, and should do if you are going to be riding Flatland. Get to know who rides around your area. Even if they're a couple hours away, it's the most important thing you will do. And the thing is, they can help you out. They can tell you where to shop, what the sites are in your country or wherever you live. They can help you out with all those questions you will need answers to. And there are great deals on complete Flatland bikes that you can purchase online. I'm not advertising for anyone, so I'm not going to say where to go or which, but two things I want you to keep in mind when you're shopping for a bike. We are girls, like I said at the beginning of this video. No BMX company ever has said, I'm going to make a bike specifically for a girl. So we're riding bikes at the same time that we see these guys who might be double our weight, double our size, double our muscles. So, you know, we're at a bit of a disadvantage there. Number one thing you want to remember is to look for a lightweight bike. Get that into your head. Lightweight, 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 oh, ew. If you are a very short person, which I have talked to a couple girls who are very, very tiny and very, very small, and the shorter you are, the shorter of a frame you want to look for, because if you're riding a really long frame, doing some of these tricks, it's going to be hard to maneuver yourself around this big, huge frame if you're a really tiny person. Another reason why it's super duper important to get to know the Flatland riders in your area, as out of your comfort zone as that might be to do, is because Flatland riders have a tendency to go through their bike parts pretty fast. Now, a Flatlander doesn't necessarily switch parts on their bike because their old part is broken. A lot of the time, guys are just switching parts because there's something new out and they want to try that instead of what they're riding right now. Flatlanders are constantly switching around their bike, seeing if this angle works better or this thing works better than that thing. So a lot of riders have parts lying around that they're not using. And if you don't have a lot of money in purchasing your bike, it is better, so much better, to have a used Flatland part than just some generic BMX brand part. Flatland parts are a lot more expensive, but it's because they're made specifically for what we do. They're made lightweight, they're made so our bikes are easier to handle. And the lighter your bike is, the easier it is to handle, the easier it is going to be for you to learn tricks, which is going to make your whole Flatland experience more fun. So get to know the riders in your area. They will help you out and hopefully hook you up. Come on guys, help your sisters out. The more you get to know your bike, the more you will know what you like and what you don't like. Every rider likes different things, so it's hard for me to tell you this is what you should buy specifically, because I ride a certain bike setup, but you might not like that setup for the tricks you want to learn. So a lot of parts are built and designed with durability in mind, because riders don't want to buy parts that are going to break in a couple months or so. But you know what? Again, these parts are designed for guys, some who are twice our weight, twice our build, twice our height. Well, that'd be a really tall person, but you know what I mean. You get the picture. So don't worry about durability. When you're purchasing a pair of forks for your front tire, you have three options. You can either buy offset, minimal offset, or zero offset. And here's the difference between the three. It's offset forks. What that means is you're gonna have more stability when you're in a trick, but it's gonna make getting in and out of that trick a little bit harder because your bike is gonna be less responsive to you moving your handlebars. It stands to reason then that zero offset is the complete opposite, which it is. It's gonna make it harder for you when you're in your tricks trying to keep your balance and your stability in your tricks, but your bike is gonna respond way more when you move your handlebars. Your frame's going to be able to whip around easier if you're doing a tail whip. That's the difference. And minimal offset is obviously just somewhere in between there, a sort of balance of the good and bad of both of those, which is what I ride, minimal offset. If you purchase a pair of bars, the site is going to ask you if you want sweep on the bars. Now for bars, it's really about comfort. The cool thing to do used to be short bars, and now lots of people are riding taller handlebars. And my old bars I used to buy, I used to cut them to make them smaller and to take a little bit of the weight off of the handlebars. But now I'm riding a really tall pair of bars that are wider than I usually used to ride. And I really like it because it helps with stability too, I find, in some of my tricks. It does mean I have to lift my leg up higher when I want to get it over my bars, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do and deal with it. Choosing to ride with brakes or without brakes, really not one is better than the other. Flatland is hard, and either way, whatever you decide, Flatland's just hard, and each brings a challenge of their own. To me, I choose to ride with brakes. I think riding without brakes would just limit my riding to a lot of rolling tricks, so that's why I personally choose to use front brakes. Another thing that I really love about my seat is it has these little finger indents. My husband hates them, but I personally love them. Last few things that I can think of: 4 pegs, skinny tires, 100 psi, and lightweight. Repeat! I'm not advertising for anyone, so again, I'm not going to tell you what parts or brands to buy or what ones not to buy. Nobody is behind this video saying, oh, do this and I'll give you this. But I mean, if anyone out there wants to give me something, I will say whatever you want me to. But again, I did do research on some frames because I think frames is important as girls looking for that lightweight or short top tube depending on our height. If you're tall, again, you want a longer top tube. The shorter you are, the shorter of a top tube you're going to want. Now, I found that the Foot Jam St. Martin frame comes in with a top tube of 17.9 inches, which is the smallest size of a frame I found available. I may be wrong, there might be others out there, but this is the one that I found. It's only 4 pounds, so you can't go wrong with that. Bike check. I ride a Sick Child instrumental frame and I absolutely love it. It has a raw finish and it's very gorgeous. Couldn't wait to get my hands on it. I ride Dom pegs. They are my gold touch to my bike and they are great. They are nice and lightweight and very sturdy and durable and do the job. My wheels are round and have spokes. I ride 4-piece Colony handlebars with beautiful pink grips that I love. My hub is a Tasca U-Free, all the rage a couple years back. These days people are going balls over another hub. I'm not sure the name, couldn't tell you right now, but you know, I don't quite have the money to be dishing out on parts here and there and everywhere. So my tires are KHE. I've heard a lot of bad reviews about these tires. However, I personally don't mind them. They've been great and I found them very good for riding on different surfaces. Other people don't like them because they do tend to wear down faster than some other tires, and I also noticed that mine, as they're getting older, are starting to flake a bit. But other than that, I have found them great. Keep following Magnolia. In the near future, there's actually going to be an opportunity for a girl rider, whether beginner, intermediate, or advanced, to have the opportunity to win a 2014 Foot Jam frame. You don't want to miss out on that. Also, I'm sorry I'm slacking on my vlogs. Life is crazy. But, you know, next month I'll be here and I will be talking about different sorts of surfaces to ride Flatland on, which are better than others, and the benefit of the different types.